Hello, everybody. So today I have chosen a completely trippy layer, just how that works, and to give the update of the Warriors for Elements. So I was like, okay, what happened the last days for us? It has been a lot of interesting movement, and one of the most important parts is that we are super honored actually to have onboarded 3 people in our typical collaboration style. So it's never like a team, it's always like a collaborator. And this is Devin for content writing. This is Tessa as a data scientist. And this is Sarah as a tech enthusiast. And we are still saying for the Zoom host if that's going to be definite or not. I'm going to leave it open for now. And that may give us a beautiful idea of how we are moving forward and how this collective of entrepreneurs is tapping into the gifts of each one of us and allowing us to be supported actually in what we're not so strong at. So that's the first thing that happened. That was last week. It was just beautiful. We had opened practically 4 positions, and all of the 4 were just the right people just came in, they filled them up, and it was closed. And it's really, really the way we want to go with Warriors. The right information, not too much, exactly as you need, exactly when you need it. Just flowing into your system so you can be nourished whenever you need it, and then flowing out whenever you don't need it anymore. And that's practically our definition of abundance. It's always there where we need it. That's exactly what we want to create, prototyping it from the inside, as always, as we always do. So that was one very, very big part that happened last week. And other than that, there was a beautiful new space that opened. It's called Speed Dreaming, and it's a fast dreaming session held by Herman Gams from Dreamicon Valley in Austria. So Herman has been dreaming full time, as I call it, for the last 14 years. He started with the idea of just giving without expectation 14 years ago, and that has taken them to a beautiful path of helping entrepreneurs around the world tap into their own dream and make it reality. And he wanted to try with us to do that online. So they used to do the speed dreamings in person, and now was the first time that they were trying to do it online. What was really interesting about this session was that it was practically the first time that one of our members is getting to know our community, and I loved to be able to start the process of knowing somebody directly from the dream, like starting from there, starting from where do you want to go, what is something that you really hope that will happen in your world. So we started from there, and it was beautiful to see that happening. And I feel that it's a really, really good approach. 2 of our members are thinking about applying it to their businesses, of how to get closer and actually get to know the people that you're working with. Because sometimes we work with people and we don't really know what they're aiming for. And many times we can be impressed by the person next to us who wants to do the same things as we do, and we just never asked, just never knew. So that's why we started with the dreaming session, and it was beautiful. We're going to continue next month. And next month we're slowly going to move towards the air element, and that has to do a lot about technology, about data, about content, all of that. And we're going to soon have some more content coming from our new creators, and we're really looking forward for that. The content is always supposed to support our founders, the founders that are members of our tribe. All of them, let me just take that more clear. All of our members are founders. They all have their own company. And now we are seeing in systems of how they could remain autonomous and at the same time have the support that they need whenever they need it. So they don't need to engage into multi-people organizations that are much more They're much slower, much less efficient. They can remain as productive and as agile as they are, at the same time being able to grow and expand their impact the way they want. So that's practically what we're looking at right now. And slowly, as we're moving towards November, also we will start opening positions for the new impact circles. They're going to start in December. And these impact circles have a very, very specific role. It's about incubating our purpose. So it's for everybody who has been feeling that they kind of know what they like. They are like circling around their purpose. They're circling around what they're supposed to do. They have a feeling, they have an idea, but they haven't really managed to pin it down and just make it clear. So that's what we're going to do all together, actually, during the season of winter, which is the season of incubation anyway. So by the time we arrive in spring, we have each one of us that is participating in the incubation has a new flower coming up, has a new creation coming up, that we will be very happy to apply it also inside the warriors and for them to apply it like separately for their own audience, for their own market, for their own life. So that's what's coming up. And except from that, from my side personally, I am this week in a little bit of a less tech interaction, silent retreat, let's say. So what I'm doing now today was really because I have promised to send it to Jacques, who's creating another beautiful community. And otherwise, I'm really taking some time to go inwards. It is before Halloween. It is that time of the year that we just need to let things go, die, so the new things can live. And I'm really taking this process right now myself. So then it's much more clear, much more concrete of what patterns I am leaving behind. So the new ground of the more healthy flowers that I'm bringing in can be there. All of that process for me started last Sunday. That was a huge realization of if what we're living, it is a big game, what kind of character do we want to play? And if I would like to choose to play again the same character that I have been playing the last years, or if I can choose to change the character so the game plays out differently. So that was my personal big realization I'm sharing with you here. And I'm just allowing these days all of that information to come in, to concretize, so it gets implemented into everything I'm doing and my life itself. Thank you so much for listening. I hope to see you next week for the next updates.